Coming up on this King's Dominion vlog.
They're bigger than I thought they'd be. Yippee! And I was seeing stars after that, so... There is Rapterra.
Now get ready. Here we go.
What is going on? It is ARCM. We are at King's Dominion for another great day here. This is the first time we are back at the park since winter. So now we actually have the whole park to check out, which is going to be fun. So why wait? Let's go. One of the bigger reasons why we're here outside of the Ace Spring Conference is Rapterra. That is the brand new roller coaster that has just recently opened. And well, we get to get on some ERT for that tonight. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll even have more ERT tomorrow as well for Twisted Timbers, which will be really cool as well. So lots to look forward to, including something we're actually going to see right here on our left side. The whatever is left of oh my gosh, it's just grass. There's nothing. Whoa. So this used to be Berserker, and now it's just grass. That was quick. Man, that's weird to see. Although it is very weird to see they pretty quickly patched it all up, which I will commend them for. And it does provide a really nice sight line of Dominator's first drop as well. We're going on Dominator, and Johnny's just making some random nonsense about the vertical loop being yellow, but it is random nonsense. The train's yellow. Just go with it. We're going on Dominator. Yep, I just made a very big GP mistake of going to a front of the park coaster first. Yeah, don't do that. Singing mushrooms. I've never seen them before. They're bigger than I thought they'd be. Wow. But I guess that's just a bunch of videos. They just make them look small. Wow. First ride is going to be Racer. Both sides are open too, so it looks like we can get 2 credits here. We're starting with the blue side. Nope, I'm wrong. This is the red side. Oh, I see what they did. They flipped. They flipped the trains. They have a red and a blue one on this side, and they have a red and a blue on the other side. What?
Welcome back, Blue Train. That's right. What's the train that's going to be boy? You may push down to a corner. Right bar, up on your seat on it. Welcome back, Roy Train. Help you enjoy your ride. What's this train going to do next for you? 4 opening at the ride, get your hub, man. Out of here. What's up, Trey? Hold on, Ty. Enjoy. Your ride. Okay, you racer. 74. 76. 75. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bye-bye. Walk back, keep that, let me go on that ride.
Alright, we just got off of 2 rides on Racer, 1 in the north side, 1 on the south side. Very fun. First time we got on, we did not duel. Second time we got on, we did duel, and we won because the blue train's the better side because reasons. And I had a lot of fun. It's good woody, pretty smooth, but then again, you're only going straight up and down. That's all you're doing, so you really can't tell that otherwise. So it makes it easier to maintain that way. There is another woody we're gonna get to in a minute that has a lot more going on for it, but yeah, Racer doing, I'll take it. Even though the ops could be a bit inconsistent at times, it still is a fun ride. Flying Ace, this looks really interesting, but it looks like you control where you go, in a way. This was in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. That's where I recognize this from. That is quite an interesting ride. Didn't go on it, I just wanted to check it out, but it's kind of cool to have something unique like that. This is a very interesting area. I haven't really checked it out in its fullest form. So they got Whitewater Canyon, and both their water rides are back here. And then down here is where we're going to come across Grizzly. And we get on the Flying Eagles. Scratch that, we're gonna get that later. We're gonna go through Grizzly Gulch because that is where the Grizzly is. Got some nice merch here, I gotta say. There's the Grizzly, we're gonna get on that momentarily. Right in the neck of the woods. Let's go on Grizzly. Now, I've not been on this coaster, but very recently it has gone through a massive renovation from the Gravity Group. And they restructured the whole first drop to be steeper and a little bit taller, I believe, too. So there's a lot of new with this ride, so it's probably gonna be a lot smoother. The station is huge, but we're gonna test our luck and see where we go.
Watch for the opening gate. Oncoming riders, please hang on these circles and sign your event. Circles including hashtags, phone, off, keys, and right there for you. Seatbelts and then pull down your platform. Anyone having difficulty with the platform or seatbelt should notify operator. For your safety, please remain seated face forward. Keep your hands and arms beside the face at all times. Still straight, pull up tight, and into the ground.
Alright, let's talk about that. That was Grizzly. Very, very fun. Different from Racer, which I really appreciate. I like having multiple wooden coasters that have different things going on for it, which is really cool. This one is more like a cyclone layout, and then Racer is, well, about out and back racing. So they both have their sort of differences, which I really appreciate as well. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, and that is obviously the Gravity Group refresh of this ride, which definitely shows, obviously not riding it prior to it, you definitely feel the track in parts where it is smoother. There are some patches where it's a little more intense, maybe not as smooth, but it's noticeable. And yeah, that came into full effect when we sat in the back row, 2 clicks on the lap bar, and by the time we went down the first drop, I was basically sitting on the middle of the seat guard. Yeah, and I'm not exaggerating there. That's actually what happened. That was an absolutely ludicrous first drop. You really cannot get any other first drop better than that one, because it is absolutely insane that first drop even does something like that, which, granted, he was trying for it, failed. I was able to get it, yippee, and I was seeing stars after that. So it was it was definitely a moment on a coaster that will definitely haunt me in my dreams, but at the same time make me want to go around and do it again. So yeah, thanks for that, Grizzly. And honestly, great job, Gravity Group, for that refresh, because this is a really good ride. One of the strongest rides in the park right now. Alright, we just rode Grizzly again, and this goes back to the thing I've specified many times ever since Phoenix, that there are 3 different kinds of airtime strengths that you can have on a wooden coaster. 1 is floater, 2 is ejector, 3 is standing airtime. The back row of Grizzly, you get standing airtime. So that is absolutely insane. It is ludicrous airtime in the back. You are standing up on that first drop. And mainly it's because you're going over, and even when you don't crest over, that's when it's speeding up and just suddenly going to its top speed. It's unreal. This is probably a top 5 in the park, and it's not even close. Like, this is an incredible ride. Drop zone's reopened, so we're getting on it.
Please hop off the handrail. If you're wearing a black hood with wing on the back, please hop off of the handrail. Everyone be going to 75 miles per hour.
That is a pretty fun drop tower, I must say. The drop tower Scream Zone, really cool drop tower. Glad it opened up at that moment too. I didn't realize how tall it was. 272 feet, 72 miles per hour. You don't really feel it until you start slowing down, but it's really cool. It's a really fun one.
Singing job, I repeat what I said before. Well, all right now, let's make some room. Ribbit. Mushroom, that is. Here we go. Hello, hello, hello. He likes to tinkle on an old piano. He likes to play it in a subtle manner. He knows he'll always be the top banana with a handful of keys. There, is that stride,
Jungle Xpedition, here we are. There is Rapterra, the new 2025 wing coaster here at King's Dominion. We are going to probably get in our rides on it very soon when it goes to its ERT. Selling Pantherian stuff, even though Pantherian hasn't opened yet, which I think is kind of interesting. And you know, you hear just flying all around us. So you got the Pantherian Nanos out here, and Rapterra too. Rapterra one's relatively new. Looks good. And then Pantherian is just I-305, just recolored. Very cool. First ride here is going to be the bobsleigh coaster, Reptilian. Very few of these are left in the world, not many. So this is certainly going to be a very cool one to do.
Is it like the other island?
Second launch thing.
I saw the high, they're like 49.
Welcome to our drivers who will enjoy your ride. Interactive school walking seat started and placed right lap bar.
Alright, we just got off of Reptilian. It's a weird ride, it's a fun ride, definitely suited for families, but it's a very intriguing ride at that. I think it's pretty cool. Kind of like this caveman decor in here, but anyway. Solid all around. It's not something I'd probably prioritize every visit, but the uniqueness of this ride and for the ride that it is definitely deserves to be mentioned a few times. So definitely put note of that. Next up is going to be the Backlot Stunt Coaster, the only ride at the current moment in Jungle X that is not themed to anything Jungle X, at least yet. So this one might get something soon, which is exciting, so we'll definitely get on it before it potentially changes. Alright, we did 2 rides for now on Backlot Stunt Coaster. Possibly we could be coming back here later, but I want to get around to the other 2 rides of the event of this ERT, which is Tubili and Rapterra. We're going to hit Tubili first and save Rapterra for the main event, which makes the most sense anyway. So let's go on an SNS 40 free spin. That is a smaller version of Joker Great Adventure. This is going to be Tubili. Here we are, Tubili. Good news is that Tubili had more fins than Joker does. Bad news is we only flipped once. So, ride experience wise, it was not that great. I would love to give it another chance at some point, but right now, there's something neat flying above Jungle X that's a little bit more important right now. So, we're gonna head there right now. I'll go a little more detailed later, but first thoughts so far after about 4 rides, it's really fun. Really fun, does a lot of things right. There's some really cool things. I'll go more in depth a little bit later, but it's really fun. Alright, ERT has officially ended for the night, ending off the second day of the ACE Spring Conference, and 4 rides in on Rapterra. So we did 2 in the back, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. We did second row left, and then we did front row left. So basically we got to ride this thing more times in the right side, but that's to be said. Anyway, really fun ride. There's some really good things. There's some pros, there's some cons to it. So I could just kind of lean into a couple of them. First off, the theming is great. The callbacks to everything that used to be in where Rapterra is now is really cool. So mentioning Smurf Mountain, mentioning obviously Volcano being the biggest one, and so much other things that used to be in that area now. I love that from the second that you see the park skyline, it basically just feels like Rapterra was always there. Like it didn't really like I would have never known that a volcano used to be there this whole time. So it's pretty cool seeing that like Rapterra's like instant impact on the skyline is a positive one at that. Now cons, it does have a shake. It's not very brutal, granted. And wing coasters usually have that shake and rattle a little bit, but it's not as brutal as you would see for like Iron Menace, but it's there. Obviously, if you sit on the inside, it's not as bad. On the outside, you definitely notice it. It doesn't really hinder anything. It's kind of just like, it's more of like that a weird rattle. It doesn't mean it's like rough or anything. And thankfully, the ride does use those vest restraints, so you don't get any head banging whatsoever. Oh, Blue Westers is here. And all of that is, it's fun. It's a fun ride. It definitely fits well into the park lineup. This ride's been needing another launch coaster since Volcano, and that one fits the bill really, really well, and it really completes the whole Jungle X area minus Backlot Sun Coaster, which after that potentially gets changed or whatever they do with that. That could mean that that area is officially done and complete, which is great. But overall, really fun ride, really cool. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Getting back on another wing coaster since Gatekeeper. It's definitely weird that that one launches, but I like the launches quite a bit. Johnny, your first time on it. What do you got to say?
It's actually pretty good. Yes, it does have a little rattle on the outside, or shake. That's just the nature of what the ride is. So, but other than that, overall, pretty good ride. The left side's where it's at. Definitely left side rear. If you could do the front side show, is really good too. If they weren't hitting you in the face. So, but the rear is where it's at.
Yeah, that's why we were on the left side most often, because it seemed like the left side is probably the more favorite side. Even though, oddly enough, the right side on occasion actually had more of a line for the ERT, which I think was interesting. But I think it was more people taking the advantage to actually explore the other rows than it was actually like getting on that row specifically. So obviously people have ridden this hundreds of times already, and I've only ridden it 4. So we'll probably get some more rides on it tomorrow. We do have ERT in the morning tomorrow at Twisted Timbers, which is a ride we did not get to tonight. But I think we made up for getting on a large majority of the roller coasters I have yet to get on since last being in the park. So obviously Dominator's here. Hopefully we can get at least another ride in on that tomorrow. Timbers, of course, we're going to get that later tomorrow. And then there's the other kiddie coasters. Boo Blasters would be cool to check out. And there's a couple of other rides in here as well, including supposedly a really cool tour that's happening at Twisted Timbers tomorrow. So there's a lot to look forward to for tomorrow's final day of the spring conference before making the journey home. Spring Fling tour so far, massive success. I cannot wait. I really cannot wait. This is a ton of fun. And that's gonna do it for this part of the spring conference. It has been a ton of fun. We'll be back here tomorrow morning for some more rides. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, and always thank you right off. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you all in the park very, very soon. And I guess wherever Johnny is in the park. Goodbye.
Here we go.
Park 10.